Alright, we got a thriller review for you guys today. The movie is The Rental, directed by Dave Franco, his debut movie he directed. 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not bad. It's a pretty good score.
Alright, so this film is about two couples on an oceanside getaway who grow suspicious that the host of their seemingly perfect rental house may be spying on them. Before long, what should have been a celebratory weekend trip turns into something far more sinister.
Yeah, so as you can tell, like that right there is not original, like of a movie. Like there's been a lot of movies like this, and I don't know, it's like getting old. I feel like a little bit of like the same, like you need some type of twist into it.
Well, this movie did have a twist.
It did, but I just feel like the twist, like it took too long to get there.
The twist happened like at the very end.
It took too long, so the whole time it's just like you feel like you've seen this movie all the way to the end. Then there's like a twist that kind of like is refreshing a little bit. So basically, what it is, like she said, it's these two couples go to a house, like an Airbnb kind of, but it's cheap. As soon as they get there, the guy that is renting it out or whatever is like kind of weird and suspicious and kind of creepy. And then, weird things end up going on, like the dog, that a dog goes missing. There ends up being like cameras in the house, and in the shower.
Yeah.
The couples are like switching. Well, one of each side of the couple like hooked up. The other ones didn't know. They're being watched.
But the thing is that they kind of showed the whole hidden camera in the shower kind of late in the movie, and we didn't really find out that there were cameras all over the house until the very end of the movie.
Yeah, so basically that happens. So the hot tub goes out, and then they call the guy that rented them the house to come fix it. And the two people that were cheating on their significant others are all worried about it, like, no, don't, like, why is he here? Because he was already being weird, and there was cameras, and they knew about the cameras, so they thought, you know, obviously he rented the house, it's his house. Well, it's technically his brother's house, but he's renting it. So obviously it has to be him, this and that, right? So then it's like, they're like freaking out, and yeah, he comes, he fixes it. He's still being a little weird about it. The one girl was like, come here, I gotta show you something else. And then she takes him to the bathroom, and he's looking at it, he's like, what? And then she's like, you don't see that camera or whatever? And then basically he legit didn't know it was there. Like, he does not know how that's going there.
Well, what led them to the bathroom in the first place was he was like, don't worry, I'll keep your secret safe. Because it kind of seemed like the secret was her hooking up with the other guy.
Yeah, the whole time, it seemed like that guy was throwing little jabs, like he knew what was going on, like behind the scenes, but he legit did not know the cameras were there. She's like, I'm gonna call the cops. He's like, call the cops, I'm gonna call the cops, because like, this is weird. This is not like, this is, he thought they were playing a joke on him also. And ended up not being him that was being the weirdo. So yeah, it goes on from there, and you know, people die, and this happens, right? But then the cool part about this is at the very end, the killer, which he's wearing a mask.
The masked guy.
Well, for one, you don't know who he is, because he doesn't fully reveal himself, which to me sounds like they're gonna be making more of these films.
The only way you see him is the only time you see him outside of the mask is when he has it off, and you just see his back. Yeah, his
back is turned, and it almost looks like it's Dave Franco.
Yeah.
That's the funny part. I hope it is, because that's kind of cool that he threw himself in there. If they continue to make more of these where he's a killer, like the next Michael Myers or whoever, you know, then that's cool. I hope if they do that, the next ones aren't this same thing where, you know, it's like just spying on people, and then, you know, because we've seen too many of those.
If they do make a second movie to it, I would be curious as how they would continue it based on how it ends. Not the very end, but towards the end, how it ended with that one girl. Yeah,
so at the end, it also shows him, like, getting other houses and, like, fixing them up, putting a bunch of stuff in there, and then people being in there, and then he comes and, like, kills them, basically, is what you take from it. But all in all, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a safe move, I feel like, for Dave Franco to make this kind of movie, because it's been made a million times. And I was actually really interested, because Dave Franco, I don't know if he's been in any thrillers, him personally. And if he has, I feel like there's not that many. Like, it's not really his genre, I feel like. So it was cool that he was doing this for his debut film, but it was also a safe play because there's a lot of movies he can look at and find inspiration from.
Well, yeah, this movie was good overall for me. I enjoyed watching it, but again, it wasn't very original, except for the little twist it had at the end.
You've just seen it so many times, so it's like not that crazy.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty good. I'd probably recommend it to someone to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel exactly about this film.
But there was also something like, I don't want to say it was cheaply made or anything, or the actors weren't good, because they were, but something about it seemed cheap, because, I don't know.
It probably seemed cheap because you've seen it already. So it's like, this is just kind of like a knockoff. So yeah, that's basically the film, The Rental. It just came out July 24th. Dave Franco's debut film that he directed. So now we'll give our scores.
So I give this film a 76, just for the reason that
That's pretty good.
it has, well, it could have probably been higher, but it's just not an original idea. Like, you've seen it like at least 5 other times.
So she gave it a 76. I give it a score of a 70. It was, like I said, it was a good film. It was nothing crazy. I enjoyed it. I didn't get bored of it watching it. Again, the only thing that really knocks it for me is like what she said. It's the fact that it's not an original, which doesn't have to be an original, but I've seen it so many times that it wasn't anything new. Anyways, that's gonna be the review for The Rental 2020, Dave Franco. So comment down below what you guys thought about the movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and then come back and let us know what you thought about the movie. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out our main channel, A Piece of Us Vlogs. We'll put the link down below. You can check that out for extra content. Over there we do a lot more than just film and TV related things. But yeah, my name is Matt.
My name is Nicole.
And we'll catch you next time.